my channel. Please excuse the hair. I'm in the middle of getting ready for work and I'm just like, I gotta do this video. So, I look a little tired, but this is the real. You can't always keep it cute like you. Anyways, so here are 10 things that I've learned from my mom, either directly from watching her or just from my relationship. So number one is how to care for people. I feel like my mom really goes out of her way to show that she cares about people, whether that includes just like checking up on them or braiding their hair, just going out of her way to make sure like that person knows that she's there for them in the midst of whatever they are going through. And I really admire that about my mom. I really want to embody that characteristic more for myself as well and to people that I love. So I really admire that about my mom. Number two is how to be independent. So not that independent like, oh, I don't need you, boo, go on about your business, but more so just like, don't be dependent on people. Don't be dependent on people to take care of you and, just be one of those people, somebody always got a co-sign for you because your credit is bad and you're not working on it. And just going through life just being kind of like a moocher or whatever that word is, and just not being able to give back to people because you're so dependent on them. Like, I appreciate, I'm 27, I have my own car, paying that off, and I live with my roommate, we have a nice house. So it's yeah, I can appreciate the things that I have, and I'm not just dependent on people to make those things happen. So number three is how to clean. And really and honestly, like when I was a child, I felt like my mom had me just so that I could be her slave. Like, in my mind, it was so extreme. It was kind of like this. Yes, sir, master. Yes, sir. I put my back into it. Yes, sir. I got the clothes in the laundry. I'm gonna do the dishes after this. Yes, sir. Circles, circles. Okay. Oh, yes, sir. So I know that it's extreme, but that's just how it felt to me. Like, doing dishes every night, making sure the house was clean on a weekly basis. Like, it just felt like so much. And like, just getting the small little details of the house, it just felt like a lot. But now I appreciate it because I do know how to do those things. And when I do get in the mood, especially spring cleaning time, like just getting all the details and making sure the house is nice, like I appreciate that. I appreciate a nice home, a nice smelling home. Like, I appreciate all those things. So thanks, Mom. Number four is the importance of stability for a child. Like, I appreciate the routine, and especially working in child welfare, I see how the stability, their lack of stability, really impacts their education. Like, if they're not doing well at school, it's probably because they're moving night to night. They're having to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night and then getting up at 5:30 in the morning to leave the foster home. Like, that's not stability for a child, and it doesn't help them when it comes to education or their mental health or their overall identity, just like that bouncing around. It's just not good for a child. So I appreciate that, and I really see the importance of that because I was able to grow up with stability. So number five is how to forgive. Like, parents are going to disappoint us, people that we care about are going to disappoint us. It's just a part of life. It's a part of interacting with humans, and it's going to happen. And so just having that in my relationship with my mom, where I had to forgive her, where I had to let go of some things that were really just having me angry. Like, I was just angry all the time when I got close to the house or when I was in the house. Like, I was just angry all the time. And so just being able to forgive her really helps me in a lot of my other relationships because, again, people are going to disappoint you. Your heroes, whoever you look up to, like, they're going to disappoint you because we are human. And that's why we have to rely on God, because He is the person that will never disappoint us, will never let us down. So number six is the importance of knowing myself, like just knowing what it is that I like, what are my dreams, my desires, what are the things that I want to go after, and just playing that out in my life, like not letting life discourage me or things pop up and then I just get far away. Like, I definitely see the importance of knowing what you want out of life too, and just expecting that. Like, it's okay to expect good things for your life, or specific things and relationships that you're in, like it's okay to have those expectations and just really have that hope for those things. Like it's okay. So number 7 is the importance of a relationship with God. Like, oh boy, when I was growing up, it was like I felt like we were in church every single day, like almost every single day. And during the teens, like high school years, it was just like oh man, I can't do this because I'll be at church on Fridays. So you guys have fun though, and I really just I wasn't with it. Like I wasn't with it. No. So yeah, that little short clip, like that's how it was. It's just like, you excited, praise the Lord Wednesday, but then by Sunday night, it's like, man, man, I would just love to just be chilling right now and just relaxing. But now I really value the importance of my relationship with God. That's what my channel is centered around. My life is centered around, and I really, if it wasn't for my mom just implementing that in my life and making sure that I went to church, like I know some parents, they allow their kids to decide whether or not they want to go to church, but I feel like for me, just that, oh, we're going to church kind of mentality really helped me, because I was always connected to God. Even when I was trying to deny Him and live my life, whatever, I was always connected to God in some way because of my roots. Like my upbringing was church, and so if you're brought up in church, you really can't forget that. Like you already know some truth, some stuff, and it's just like it never leaves you. You could try to ignore it, you could try to just say like, no, that's not me anymore, but it's always rooted in you because that was your foundation, that was your childhood, and without your childhood, I mean, who are you? So yeah. So also number 8, learn to have grace and truth. Not just truth, not just breaking it down, not just telling people what they need to change and do, but just allowing them to have grace when they mess up, when they don't do things the way that you feel things should be done. Just having that grace and having that balance in between the two. It can't just be all truth and it can't just be all grace, but just having that balance in life when you are interacting with people. So yeah, number 9 is how to carry myself. I feel like I carry myself very well, and I get that from my mom. I think my dad points that out all the time, but just having that dignity and that grace about myself. And we're not talking about going out Jarena, because that's a whole different person. She's a whole different person, so not including that, but just like at work and interacting with people, like I am proud of myself, because I do carry myself in such a way that is dignified and respectable. So yeah, and number 10 is the importance of choosing a godly mate. I definitely have a real life example all the time that shows me why it is important to wisely choose someone with counsel for who you're going to marry, because it is a commitment of a lifetime. Like that's what it's supposed to be. And if you choose someone who doesn't believe in God, or who believes in God but isn't the same level of activity in church as you, or doesn't believe in kingdom, and you want to go out and outreach and they don't believe that, just that tension is always going to be there. Like love, chemistry, that's great, that's nice, but you have to have that one mindedness as well, because you're going to feel resentment towards that person if they're not doing the things that you want to do, or if you're trying to be a godly wife and you're submitting to what they're doing and it's not in God's will, then there's going to be that tension not to be under your husband's headship because he doesn't have a relationship with God. And I truly value just seeing that example, and I'm praying for my mom and her relationship with her husband, and but just using that as an example just to know that I have to I have to um I have to stay under God's headship, stay under his leadership, and really make that tough choice. Because trust me, when I say, like, it's so hard, because I'm trying to be nice. It's a lot of guys out here that are not about kingdom business, and they're just of this world, just to put it in that way. And you can get caught up, especially in being single, and people are pursuing you and you just want that companionship, and it can be hard, but honestly, I see that is worth it to choose someone who is going to be on the same path as you. So, thank you for watching this video. Happy birthday, Mom. And just let me know in the comments below what you've learned from your mom, what you learned from your dad, or just people that you look up to. And then if you have any questions, comments, or concern, leave them down in the box below, the comment section. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Ta-ta!